The last question I want to ask you, because of all the significance of what's happened globally, like President Biden said, we're at an inflection point with at least 2, maybe 3 different major conflicts developing. And just what are your thoughts about the new speaker, the prospect for kind of the U.S. support of those conflicts and coming at a time when it looks like our economy probably will be slowing and into an election year?
You know, I don't know. I've never met the new speaker. I don't have a great opinion one way or the other, but on whether the U.S. should be supporting these things, I think it's an existential crisis between democracy and crazy autocrats. And I think, you know, again, a walk through the cemetery, the American cemetery in Normandy will remind you what one crazy man can do to this world. And unfortunately, we've got a handful of them now, mostly with Putin and Xi Jinping and lesser behind them, just in terms of impact. So I think that the world sits today at what I call a hinge in history. The last 20 years were driven by economics. The next 20 years will be driven by geopolitics, and how we respond to those conflicts is vital to both ourselves and the developed West, democracy, and our allies. I think, again, what have we spent on Ukraine? Maybe 110 billion. I think around 65 billion this year, and most of that is going to our defense industrial sector to build the energetics that we need to build. We have a $6 trillion federal budget. Again, I'm not saying 100 billion is a drop in the bucket, but as a percentage of our expenditures, it's almost nothing to help Ukraine fight off the madman Putin, to help Israel defeat the terrorist forces of Hamas, and probably soon to Taiwan to help fight the madman Xi Jinping himself.
Well, I'd like to see maybe you and Speaker Johnson, a debate going. How's that? Could be an interesting one for the future of Republican policy and policy. Yep. Last word.
Yeah.
Unless you want to leave it there. If you want to leave it there too, that's fine.
Sorry. No, I mean, look, I think those that study history understand how big this crisis is. For those that say we should stop funding, I don't think they understand what's at risk here and what's at stake here in the world. And again, if you do a quick round trip around the world, for those people that think the dollar is going to lose its hegemonic position or its primacy in this world,
right?
Yeah, it'll come down as the world grows. But you look to Europe, where you have the EU 27, and they still don't have a central taxing authority or a unified fighting force, but they are mostly all of our friends. Mm-hmm. You look at NATO, and you look at what Erdogan said this weekend. I mean, he's showing his true colors. Where else are you going to put your money? You're going to put your money in the BRICS, run by China, Russia, and a group of, the rogues gallery of countries and currencies. No one's going to put real money there. So I think we have to steer the world, and I think we have to defend democracy and freedom and everything we fought for until now, which means funding all of these conflicts, unfortunately.
Right. No, I think that's well said at a time when, as you mentioned, it's not quite as popular as it once was. Kyle, thanks for joining us, and buy stocks for the long run. I love that as a coda to all the concerns that we're discussing. I totally take your point. Kyle, really appreciate it. Thank you for your time today. Kyle Bass with Heyman Capital.